Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Citations to Akim out there pushing his truth with sincerity, honesty, and fearlessness. To you, few Aquatis and obedience. Back at you with another lesson. Just gonna dive in, read an article, giving hopefully it's edifying to the elect. Check it out here. Prostitution is getting big. Always been big, but this where this world is going, it's gonna get even crazier. All right, because there won't be any jobs and stuff like that. So what women do is resort to selling and being whores. Brazen prostitute work in broad daylight in L.A. with cops left powerless by new law. On Thursday, cops rescued a girl of just 14 who they say was being trafficked at the Figueroa Street corridor. New California laws are reportedly making it almost impossible for police to confront sex work in Los Angeles red light district, with half-naked prostitutes plying their trade in broad daylight. An area covering 40 blocks in South LA's Figueroa Boulevard sees hundreds of sex workers working in the area since California Governor Gavin Newsom passed the Safe Street for All Act. Controversial move appealed Section 653.22 of the state's penal code, a law that criminalizes loitering for the intent to engage in prostitution, making it legal in January. Before, this type of activity only happened at night where most citizens wouldn't see it, but now it's 24/7, a source told the New York Post. Now you can drive by at 2 p.m. and see it. Families drive by and see 10 girls on the corner, condoms on the ground. Babylon for you. You go by the alleys and see a guy in the middle of the alley and a woman performing. They added, and a mom and her kid have to pass by that. It's ridiculous. All in the open broad daylight. God only knows the impact it has on those kids who have to see this. The new loitering rules also reportedly prevent cops from stopping the women to offer them help unless they appear to be underage. In these cases, officers will take them to the station before referring them to the Department of Children and Family Services. LAPD sources told the Post that though these girls are sent to shelters or other programs, they're normally seen on the streets again a few days later. Nonprofits like Journey Out, which combat sex trafficking, say they're finding it difficult to connect with the rising number of sex workers on the streets. Nayeli May, the organization's executive director, said young women often don't even realize that they are victims of trafficking due to the physical and psychological hold that pimps have over them. Many of them are targeted as young as possible in other states before being brought to LA. In order to make intervention from their families more difficult. When law enforcement used to interact with them, often even before they would even try to press charges, what they used to do is if they recognize this person as possibly being a victim, they would link them with an organization such as ours, Ms. May told the outlet. We would be able to get them some help, but that's not happening anymore. They can't even talk to the girls anymore. According to data obtained by paper, there were a total of 6 rapes reported in the area last month, with a total of 51 rapes in the area reported so far this year. Commander John Pinto, assistant commander of the LAPD bureau that contains the red light district, said that about 95% of the women who are doing sex work have pimps who have close links to street gangs. There, where we work in Los Angeles, we're not addressing sex works where there is a voluntary exchange between two people, Mr. Pinto said. What we are doing is addressing the human trafficking at the Figueroa corridor. There is a fear factor of coercion, and in the end, that pimp takes all of the money and she doesn't get any money back. He added, it's been an ongoing problem for years, but corridors has become an area where there has been an uptick in trafficking victims. Pinto said that on Thursday, cops rescued a girl of just 14 who was being trafficked at the Figueroa Street corridor. In response to the problem, the LAPD U.S. Attorney Office, the LA City Attorney Office, local nonprofits, and the Department of Children and Family Services started a new program last month called the Figueroa Initiative to support human traffic victims. Yeah. And that's it on that. So we have, of course, a rise of sex work starting in LA. And it's all over the place, really. But in a time where it's going to be these UN troops, in a time where women are going to need a lot of protection the most, especially in Jacob's trouble, they are out there in the open, exposed, and the Lord is going to bring judgment to these young women. The Lord is going to bring judgments to the puppet masters. And when I say puppet masters, I say the pimps. They're going to bring judgment to all of these people that advocate for these young women being whores out here and selling themselves. It's going to be bad. And as you've seen, the ravishing and all that stuff is going to happen because they won't have any more protection. They fight for things that they want, but there's side effects. There's no protection. There's attacks. There's this and there's that and there's this. That's all trauma. But at the same time, it's all part of prophecy. More wickedness. All right. And these precepts here. All right. Let's go to Galatians chapter 5, verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, various immolations, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies, ennuings, murthers, drunkenness, reveling, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. So, of course, Esau is going to allow wickedness in his kingdom. And anybody that indulges in it is far away from the Lord, far away from righteousness and the salvation that is near. They won't be able to enter into any salvation or enter into the kingdom to come. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be fucked up for these young ladies. All right. Second Esdras chapter 5, verse 2. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. So there's going to be a multitude of wickedness that's just spewing out, you know. What in New York, they were passing out pipes so they can have addicts fill their brains up with sorcery and the drugs and stuff like that. That's another form. It's a lot of wickedness that these devils are setting free, you know. And it's pretty much a trick bag. You know, these people out there, they say they in broad daylight in front of the kids, you know, and that's, I mean, it's you got to expect it, you know. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievous which they have prescribed. And that's Gavin Newsom, which is the governor. He's allowing this. He's allowing whores to be wicked in broad daylight, you know, and allowing them not to have protection. You know, they've been getting ravished over 50 times a month, a week. It's getting tough, you know. They won't have protection. It won't be, you know what I mean? So the Lord is, you know, the Lord is allowing these top people, which is Gavin Newsom and all these people, to put up these rules and regulations that allow wickedness, you know. Because everybody's going to get, the Lord is pretty much putting everybody in their lot, you know. So judgment can start happening. See wars and rumors of war, and before those wars is going to be Jacob's trouble, our temptation and stuff like that. That has to happen first. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughter of Israel. So you Native American, so-called Native Americans, so-called Hispanic, so-called Black American women, you shouldn't be whores out there. You shouldn't be out there. And of course, nor a sodomite of the son of Israel. And you know, there's it's a LGBT type stuff going on out there selling. You know, it ain't just women selling themselves. You know, it's the men too. You know, so it's gonna be a you know, it's gonna be some tough. It's gonna be some judgment. Then you got, you know, the brothers that's behind it pimping them. They're gonna be judged because they are allowing they guiding these women into wickedness. You know, you gotta understand they love to put pimps in movies and stuff like that. And a lot of us grew up wanting to be like the pimp and live like the pimp and do all this stuff. It seemed cool, but that's how they want you to be. They want you to whore out your women. They want you to be in wickedness so the Lord won't protect you. The Lord don't protect you in your wickedness. He won't do that, right? One last precept, 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. So this so-called sexual liberation, the so-called shit that's going on where they allowing whoredom. These women are what are walking dead. It's a heightened of STDs going on, syphilis and stuff like that. That's going on too that they didn't speak of in the article. It's a lot of infestations, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and other shit that is just, you know, nasty as fuck. You don't want to touch them, you know. It's fucked up, man. You know, they're getting ravished and they're getting these diseases, plagues. So they walking around, walking dead, man. A lot of them on drugs, all that stuff, you know. But hopefully this is edifying to the elect men. Give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachakwadashi, that will understand was a great millstone. Shalom.